Okay, guys, welcome. I've been away from YouTube channel for a while, but I'm back with a project that's been on my mind for a long time. I'm gonna talk with my friends from Politecnico di Milano about life, about the education challenges, about our life in Milan, and no filters, just honest conversations. And today in our studio, Renata from Mexico. And we are sitting in the kitchen. It's
Hi, sorry.
We are sitting in the kitchen in Milan with tequila. Tequila is on the left from Renata. Is it left or right? It's right for the camera, probably.
Yeah, probably.
So, thank you, Renata.
Yes, okay.
Thank you. So why did you choose Milan and Politecnico di Milano? You were living on the other continent. What brought you here?
Hi. Honestly, I was finishing my uni and I was just started working, but I knew I wanted to do a master's. And I had applied to several places in my continent, so US and Canada. And then I just applied to Milan because I always liked Italy. I thought it was really good for architecture, for like the history of it, culture behind it. But I didn't really think anything would come from it. But then life brought me here and Politecnico gave me a scholarship. So it was like easy choice for me. Bit out of the box, kind of scary. But we're here, and yeah, that's basically why I chose. I don't think I chose. I think life chose for me.
Wow. Wait. Yeah, it is. Okay. So you didn't look for the university. You first looked at the Italy, and then you chose Politecnico.
I knew that if I wanted to come to Italy or Europe in general, Politecnico was my first choice.
So you knew about Politecnico before?
Yes. Okay. I don't know the range. Okay. See, I knew from before. My dad's a civil engineer, and he had like coworkers who had studied in Politecnico, and they recommended a lot. And also, I had an Italian professor in my uni in Mexico who studied also at Politecnico. So there were a lot of like different factors, different people in my life that knew about Politecnico, but in general, it was like kind of like we cut that. It was just I just didn't know. No, okay, that sounds super bad. Cut this. But I had professors who knew about Politecnico, and professors who knew about Politecnico. And then I just decided to apply because I knew I wanted to apply somewhere outside my continent and in Europe. Okay.
That's very interesting because my experiences might be a bit similar. In our university bachelor in Moscow, there were some professors who knew about Politecnico. They introduced Politecnico to us, and I went here for a workshop once. Action.
Start.
Okay, how is the training structured? Is it more theoretical or right to the practical stuff?
I think more theoretical, in my opinion. I mean, I know, for example, for studio was very much like first couple of classes were about like theory, and then like if you had like structural parts, you have to do all the structural theory, and they would explain things, and then afterwards you would do structure of your projects. For studio, at least, I know that. But it depends on the class, I think, no?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think depends on the class. But another question related. But then what the professors were doing, were they like teaching hard, trying to make you memorize stuff by heart, or were they more like you figure it out and then show me?
I think more my experience, you figure it out.
Yeah.
So like,
sorry guys. I actually don't think it's more theoretical. There was a lot of practical stuff. The beginning in like, studio, I agree. Studio, yes. Because first there were lectures and then you do stuff. For the other lessons. Lectures were about theory, then practical lessons.
Yeah,
It's like in between.
Yeah.
There is like a middle ground.
Yeah, but most of the times it was like figure it out
On your
on your
own.
own. Because I feel the vibe I got was like, we teach you the theory that you need to know, but if it applies directly to your project or not, that's not our concern.
I don't know. I think a lot of universities work like that. They can't make you think. I mean, they are. Yeah, they try to actually make you think and then figure it out on your own.
Yeah, I agree. It's a mix.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The study is more about competition or cooperation. What do you think, Renata?
Definitely, in my opinion, competition for sure. It depends on the person, I would say, but definitely felt more competition than anything from like the first semester. And I do think they're very like, I don't want to be mean, but like making sure that like maybe they know the answer, but they won't share it with anyone. Not like for like technical things, but like they know. I don't know how to say it.
Maybe they know how to present better, or like structure, find the book that they need to present.
Or like they know exactly what the professor wants because they asked him after class, and then the professor never told us, and then they wouldn't share that with the class. Or I don't know, they asked like the minimum of like do one presentation, and then they arrive with like 5 presentations and like a model already.
So true. And like people are so skilled in Politecnico. You come and the professor asks, do something like chill. What are you thinking about? And they come with the presentation, 50 slides, like fully into deep research, like, diagrams, renders, drawings.
I swear. Like they would say like, just like maybe come up with like a sketch of your proposal, and I would literally grab my paper, sketch or something, and like prepare something small what they asked for, and then our colleagues classmates. Our classmates would be like coming up. I'm not even kidding. One time, a full-on like photo collage montage render situation. I'm like, Chiki, that's a lot. Chiki was not chill. And I was like, now you set the bar so high that everyone, the professors now expect it. Now you have to match what they do. See, it kind of sucks.
I know what you're saying.
But it's fine.
Okay. Was it difficult to fit in? Do you still feel like a foreigner? More about Milan.
Then Poli? How to Milan?
I mean, Poli also.
Yeah,
was it hard to fit in?
In Poli, personally, I don't think so, because we were an international program. So like, sorry. So like, so I was having chance to blues music. Yeah. I'm kidding. I think in Politecnico wasn't hard.
No,
It was easy because we were a lot of international people, so it's fine.
And everybody speaks English.
Everyone speaks really well English, I would say. Like standard is like kind of like high-ish for English. In Milan, for like an outsider, I think maybe because of the language more than anything.
I didn't get
that in Milan I feel more like an outsider than in Politecnico, and I think it's because of the language, because they speak obviously Italian in Italy, and then in Politecnico they would just speak English. So I mean, I don't feel like a foreigner now. It's not like anyone has like done anything to make me feel outside-ish, but it's just like I can't still yet communicate super well.
Questura didn't make you feel outsider.
Oh my god, Questura, guys, good luck. I wish you the best. No, Questura is just a tough place. Yeah. It's a tough, scary place, but we all did it, and it's fine.
We got our permesso di soggiorno.
We got it.
We are legally in Italy.
No.
Okay, I agree. Yeah, in Politecnico, the feeling is super comfortable and everybody around is super nice. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is a more personal question.
I'm ready.
How much does it really cost to live in Milan?
It's expensive for sure. Like, do you want me to get into details on like how much I spend, or like what do you?
I can tell them if you don't want to share. For example,
I can share.
oh my god, the light.
You're part of this circle of life.
Okay, so like for example, to rent a room in an apartment, it's around 6, like minimum 6 if you are lucky to find, then normal 700 euros. And it is growing. So for example, if you found a place to stay for a year for 700 euro, they're gonna add extra, I don't know, 20, 30 euro for the next year and next year. For a place in a room where there are 2 beds, I don't know how they call it.
Bilocale.
Bilocale, yeah.
Wait, 2 rooms as in
1 room, 2 beds. Bilocale.
1 room, 2 beds. Shared room?
Yeah.
See, bilocale no. Ignore that. I was wrong.
Ignore, sorry.
Ignore that. A shared room.
Okay, shared room. Then you can get a bed for 350, 450 euro.
See.
That's a lot. 450 for a bed in a shared room.
See.
Also, the bathroom is shared as well.
See,
And the kitchen, everything is shared, also your room. And to rent an apartment, if you are lucky, you can find for 900 euro, for 1000 euro. But the average prices for apartments here, I think it's 1200.
I would say it depends on the area.
Also true.
I've heard from for an apartment. Okay, depends. Because if you rent a studio but you're in the center of Milan, I've heard like 1,200 for a studio. But if you go a little bit outside, you can find 900 with 1 bedroom and your own kitchen and everything. So it depends really.
Okay.
And yeah.
Wait, I also heard that some students who don't need to come to Politecnico often, they go to Como and they live there. It's much cheaper.
Or Lecco, I think Lecco is cheaper.
Okay. Yeah.
Or like
What?
like Vimadrone. It's cheaper. No?
Vimadrone also, it's like an area of Milan. Should be cheaper,
The
yeah.
outsides of it are.
But it's still connected with metro. We have a friend who lives there.
Yeah,
But we won't say who is that. And her phone number is 349.
her Instagram, I'll put it here.
Next to tequila.
On top of tequila.
Sorry, friend.
No.
I'm gonna invite her actually as well. Okay, so yeah, the rent is very expensive. The food, I'd say, similar to the prices in Moscow, and they have super nice markets that are happening once a week with vegetables, fruits, fish, meat, like cheese, super good quality and cheaper than in the supermarket.
See, we buy, should I tell them the egg price? We buy 30 eggs for
Big eggs.
big eggs, natural. Obviously, all eggs are natural, but like well taken care of chickens for €5. Actually, went up to 7.
Yeah, but this year.
But this year, see. So markets are super cheap. I don't know, like I would say like maybe I would spend like 250 per month on groceries.
Yeah.
Depends on how much you eat and what you're eating.
Yeah.
But maybe that's like the price of food.
Okay, I agree. I think we can go deeper to the numbers.
We can go deeper.
I don't think we can.
Ah.
I don't think I am able to.
See, no, that's like basics, no?
See, okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask you for our followers. Did you have a scholarship?
I did have a scholarship.
I knew. Which one?
It's the gold scholarship. It's like an academic scholarship from Politecnico.
Okay. Yeah. And yeah, I knew that you got from Politecnico. That's why I wanted to ask. Also, did you apply for different other scholarships?
No, I only applied for the academic scholarship, and then once they gave it to me, you know how there's like you probably told them this, maybe no, but okay, the discounts for like students that you can apply for, and they give you like, I don't know what it's called. Maybe I don't wanna lie. Okay, ignore this, cut this. See, they gave me a gold scholarship, and they said that then afterwards, obviously, you can't have two combined scholarships at the same time. So I just looked for that one. I remember I applied for it during the whole admissions process. So while I was applying for Politecnico, simultaneously I applied for this scholarship. And
wait, I thought you don't apply for this kind of scholarship.
You just have to like upload your your uni grades things, and then they select they consider you depending on your your score, what you graduate with, that like this. So
so they automatically consider you as a participant once you upload the document.
It's not like a separate document thing you have to do. It's just like they see the grade and decide.
I just wanted to tell the followers that there are 3 types, if I'm not mistaken. It's platinum, golden, and silver scholarships from Politecnico. There are also other types of scholarships. I was receiving DSU. It's from government, depending on the income of your family or your own. Yes. And there is another, I think, Invest Your Talent, but I'm not sure if it works for all countries, so you should check. And the last question about scholarship, how much did they pay?
They paid me, I think per year, it was like 5,000 per year, and they did it in 6-month installments, if I remember. Super bad memory.
So every half of the year?
Every half of the year, they would deposit like 2.5. If you go, they only pay, obviously, the 2 years you're studying. If you take longer to graduate, they're not going to continue the scholarship. It ends at 2 years. So, but
Oh, wait. And I've heard that some people they receive this kind of scholarship, and then after 2 years, to take this half of a year with the scholarship, they apply for the SU.
I didn't know that.
Because the SU covers 2.5 years.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, I could have done that. I took 2.5 years. Nice to know now.
Follow us. Get the best tips.
If I would have had this video before. Subscribe.
Sorry. I've heard people do that. But there is a lot of work with documents, to be honest, to prepare all the stuff, to translate.
Don't you? It's like you have to pay to translate the documents now.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth it.
Yeah, like, for example, I've done it once, the whole package, and then you don't have to update all the documents. I mean, maybe you have to, but I'm sorry, Italy, but in the office where they check the documents, they like say, oh, this doesn't change, like, normally. So, for example, the your real estate stuff for the family doesn't change within the year. So they don't really pay attention to this one.
Okay.
And they told me, okay, this one you can just keep, and it's about salary usually that they want to see the updates.
Okay.
Salary of your parents and your own, and something else. Sorry, a lot of details.
Wait, I have a question. Did you apply for this after you got admitted into Politecnico, like when you arrived to Milan?
No,
Or you do it before?
So I got admitted, and then you need to start collecting documents for the SU. And then, during the summer, before the first semester, you have to submit it all.
But you don't have to be in Milan?
No, you don't have to.
Easy. Easier.
Very hard.
Okay, never mind. Ignore my easy comment.
Okay. Something for non-Europeans. I asked you today in Metro this question. Do you feel like Politecnico opens the doors to the profession, career opportunities?
I think in Italy, it's a pretty famous uni, and it has a lot of students. So
Also speak Italian.
Yeah, it has a lot. I mean, our program was international, but I would say most of the programs in Politecnico, not most, ignore my word most, but some are only in Italian and then others are in English. So there's a lot of people graduating from Polimi. So maybe it's not super incredible if you apply here for jobs here in Milan, because people are going to be like, okay, you and also the next 20 people. But I think if you maybe travel outside of Italy, I think it has a really good name in Europe. And at least I know if I go back to my country, like it would, be more recognized for sure than in Milan or in Italy in general. So same.
Yeah, same. Also, this friend whose name we cannot mention, she told me that in Denmark they are looking for graduates for Politecnico because
I know this friend.
Like in the company where she worked after graduation from bachelor's, and she graduated in Denmark. They like half of the office was from Politecnico, and they liked graduates from Politecnico because they were good trained, I guess, and they would like to hire.
Is that why she came here? You'll find out next time.
It's coming. Yeah, that's actually a good question. I never asked this our friend.
This is a good question.
Okay. The next question is funny.
Okay.
Did you feel during these 2 years that you want to drop out and leave?
Of Politecnico? I don't think so. I mean...
And of Milan?
During the 2 years of Polimi? No. I'm joking. Maybe not the best for the video. I would say during Polimi, no. I think it's difficult. It's a difficult program. It's challenging. It's definitely challenging, but it doesn't make me want to drop out. I think I was pretty okay. You just have to learn how to manage time and things. Of Milan, no, Milan is a pretty nice city. So I really like living here. So it's not like I want to go now. For now.
See you in the next episode.
See, we'll keep you updated. Yeah. Let me leave. Me packing my bags.
Okay, this is more logical now. Would you like to stay in Italy after graduation? And Renata graduated recently.
See, I graduated like a month ago. Or more. No more, maybe 2.5. Yeah. Oh my god.
Like 2. I did less than 2 even.
Yeah. Okay. Recently. Do I want to stay in Milan?
Do you want to stay in Milan?
I think for this next year, yes. I want to find a job here, just because I know it's such like a long process to like move. Like moving is so difficult and time consuming and sometimes expensive that I would like to see if I can stay here as long as I can. Should I say about the 5-year thing visa? No. Maybe no.
5 years?
5 year? Then if you stay here 5 years, you get the extended. We don't know this. I can't confirm. No, never mind.
We will check it and maybe
same. Well, no.
Ask our friends to share.
I would say. Wait, what was the question? I want to stay in Milan. I want to stay in Milan for this year for sure. Trying to find a job full time and
enjoy the city.
Enjoy the city, and then see where life takes me. To be honest, I can't think that much in advance, but a year, yes. For like 5 years in ahead, I can't say. See.
Yeah. I think it's the vibe of the whole group of friends from Politecnico. We don't know where to go. Just please.
It's kind of a crisis, but it's
I think they also call it one quarter crisis.
I mean, we're past quarter, but still.
Okay, what was the other question? About the time travel machine. Imagine yourself 2.5 years ago. Would you still come to Milan, to Politecnico to study here? The last resort. I'm reminding.
Is it? Yes, for sure. like no regrets. Do you know that meme?
Oh, this? That's my credo. No regrets.
How about that? You have no regrets?
Dad?
No? Like not even a single letter?
No way. Not me.
Okay, never mind. No, really, I would for sure come here, sorry. You're like laying down.
So I asked the question. Now it's time for you.
Yawning.
Just tell us something.
Would I still come to Milan if I think yes. More like I know. Yes, for sure. I think the time I've spent here has been super nice. I've met really great people, amazing friends. And yeah, I just think the city shows you a lot and you learn a lot by moving abroad and studying abroad. It has a lot of challenges, but I think a lot of also self-growth. So I would.
That's an amazing answer. That's wonderful. Yeah, we wouldn't meet if you wouldn't come.
I would have for sure never met you. Where our countries are so
Our countries are so far from each other.
So far.
Yeah. Okay, I would also come back. I mean, not come back. I would go to Milan. Yeah. Another question. Do you think there is some kind of type who wouldn't? No. One sec.
Okay, I'm kidding.
No, I meant like if people are not super motivated to pursue in a career with the subject that they chose, does it make sense for them to come to Politecnico to study? Or like if they are not sure what they want to do? Because Politecnico seems very intense to me. Yeah.
I would say if you're not 100% sure that you want to do even a master's or architecture or even like move abroad, maybe like think on it before coming because it's a big change and everything is like super drastic. And Politecnico is a bit more, oh my god, what's the English word? Like very strict. Not strict, but like it's time consuming.
It's very time consuming and
energy.
Nobody cares about your personal life. They like this has to be done till Monday.
Yeah.
If you want sleep during this weekend, it's fine for them.
Yeah. You really have to like know that you want it because it does consume a lot of your time. And you have to really either be really good at time management to have like personal life in finals and stuff. So if you're not completely sure, you're just like sacrificing a lot, to be honest. So I wouldn't recommend.
Okay. And also, can you combine work, job, and university?
I did once. No, actually I did twice. Do I tell the job? Yeah. Do I tell the job? Okay, no, yes.
What did you do?
The English classes.
Yeah, tell them.
Okay. While I was studying in Politecnico, I did separate English classes for like smaller Italian kids, which was really nice because it's not necessary to know Italian since you're speaking English, you know? So that was great. That was very easy to manage because it was only like per hour. It wasn't like you need to go from like 2 to 6 p.m. It was like 2-3 times per week, a couple hours, that's it. And then I tried, you have to, it's mandatory for our program, the internship. And that one was a bit more complex because you did have to like manage your time well. And mine was, I think 2 days full-time. No, 1 day full-time, like 2 days part-time. And that was tough. But yeah, it depends. I did it on my, I think second to last semester. And it was kind of, yeah.
No, I fully agree. To combine is super complicated. You not only won't have their personal life, but no sleep probably, no life. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna invite another person who used to combine work and uni. Maria.
See, I was gonna say Maria.
It's very hard.
I saw from friends who did it had like a really rough time. And you have to like either choose like doing super well in school and like participating with your team and everything, or like working,
or like combining. Yeah, because
that's like, I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah, me neither. I wouldn't recommend if there is a choice.
I mean, if you have to, I would do like the small hours per week. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Support. Okay. And we have the last question.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I was having such a good time. Okay, yeah. Oh my god.
How would you describe Milan in one word?
No, okay, I didn't think. Wait.
Super real, guys.
No, wait. One word? Can it be two? No, one. No, I don't know. I don't know why I said two because I don't even have 2 words.
Okay. It's an improvisation.
Yeah. Wait. Like Milan, the city, right? Not the people and stuff. I would say. This might be a super stupid word, but entertaining. Entertaining. No, I think what I mean by the word entertaining is that there's like a lot of things to do always, and you have like fashion week, you have design week, you have book week, you have ice cream week. There's a lot of weeks.
And now it's Olympic Games.
Yeah, it's Olympic Games. There's like a lot of things going on always. If you want something to do, just like go out, walk around, and you're always gonna find something. It's also super well connected. If you want to go like different cities, you just grab a train and it's not that expensive. So that's what I really like about it. It's just super active. Active might have been, what did I say? Entertaining. I might have changed to active. No, these words are awful. You get the vibe. That's what I mean by Milan.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Renata. And I'm gonna record more videos with Renata. Follow us, give us hearts,
Subscribe, guys.
likes.
Hope to see you around soon.
Yeah, if you have questions, leave a comment below and see you later. Bye bye.